Okay, give me a moment here. I don't know, I might just like go ahead and I don't have myself. Oh, this file is bigger than 2 MB. Well, that's fun. Make it less than 2 MB then. Just compress it. You're good at compressing. You're YouTube. You can compress video, but you can't compress frickin' printing files. Come on. I don't think. Oh, there we go. Is that bigger than 2 MB too? Why? Why? Oh, there we go. Okay. That's the old Neurodivergent Pixels logo, but it's better than nothing. Haven't done a Minecraft stream since I switched over to the VTube format, so. We have like a Minecraft sort of tags on here. Here we go. Here's. Okay. I wanted to just go ahead and give kind of a status update, I guess. If you, I mean, if you've seen my my last Final Fantasy VII thing, then you probably have a pretty good idea of why what I've been doing. I've been writing an epic Cyberpunk 2077 fanfiction adaptation of my playthrough. Well, basically adaptation and beyond, because basically I'm just taking it in all sorts of interesting directions I couldn't do with the regular playthrough. It's going in, the story just goes off, and because it can't, because there's so much I can't do in the format of just playing the game, because the game story is what it is. There's a lot of constraints, and fan fiction allows me to have conversations with the characters that you just couldn't do in the game. Obviously, it allows me to do certain quest lines, particularly the one with Carrie Uridine, entirely out of order. Also, Minecraft, like the family-friendly game that I'm using to talk about my fan fiction that is very R-rated, by the way. Um, and go check out our. It is completely offline only. I'm just kind of. I wonder if I'm going to need to turn off the ray tracing stuff because I think that might be very resource intensive for some reason. But we'll see here. Actually, so far, this is less. I also probably should have updated the texture pack. Also, I still need to create. I think I may have mentioned this before. I I don't think I have, at least today. Um, I really need to create a better outfit. This one's it's pretty, I guess, but it's kind of there's lots of vibrant color just right next to each other in a very haphazard way. So yeah. Um, so one thing I kind of just want to talk about, just to avoid right now anyway, is that I'm finding myself at a kind of a crossroads in terms of my. I don't even know if I can call it a career. Um, because I found like writing the fan fiction to be very fulfilling. Um, Whereas like I enjoy playing video games a lot, but yeah, there's still a lot of things I have planned, including uh doing a probably sometime next year actually because of just the way things are liable to be taking place. Um, I think this is a pretty good time of the year to be revisiting this because it's actually like springtime. Um, at least where I live. Uh, I don't have like any ideas for like what to build. I really haven't done anything with the interior, have I? I forgot. It's like literally the basement's basically well, just a little ways below the ground level. I still have no idea what to do with the interior of the building. All right, let me just check. I should do this first. Okay. Yep. Okay. The lip syncing is working properly. Um, do I have like any smelting stations here? To do the now suddenly the lighting is just. I do have smelting stations, although yeah, okay. Smelt some iron while we're here. I also plan on streaming at some point the Phantom Liberty DLC. It's basically research for a spin-off fiction since Phantom Liberty wasn't part of. Well, it is and it isn't. So like the problem with Phantom Liberty is that due to the nature of the events, like I'm writing this fanfic as memoir of a rocker girl V. So it's V as a rocker girl with everything that entails her being more of a something of an original character while still kind of retaining some of the essence of V. Um, and oh, there's also like a fair number of differences. Like for one, well, she's Asian American, or well, specifically Japanese American, so yeah, a lot of her personality is fairly different. Like she is a shameless flirt, um, partly just due to the rocker girl thing, um, but also she's also like fairly polite because mainly because that's the way she was raised. Also, I just noticed the chat room is a little lopsided. I don't think I need to do that. I can just okay. Great. Now I have to friggin' um. Or is that just huh? Is that just part of the overlay background? Did I just like completely misalign the chat room in? I may have just completely misaligned the chat room in Photoshop. Like it isn't a separate like the chat room background is not part of is part of the actual like let me yeah. I did not realize that. Okay. So yeah, the chat room is just kind of the background just starts up whatever. If I ever do another Andromeda live stream, I will have to fix that. I guess. Ever making it or attempted a Mass Effect Andromeda live stream because the first time I tried it didn't go so well. Um, so anyway, the thing about Phantom Liberty is that it's because it's being written as a memoir, as the title suggests. Um, I can't really like. There's a couple things I kind of decided somewhat early on that just would not make sense to um I need to actually move all of these chefs into the building now that like I finished the building. That's like one thing potentially on the to-do list for today. If I decide to just do anything besides just wandering around or something. Oh, I have like even more iron just sitting in chest. Okay. Um. No. Yeah, I'm just getting sidetracked constantly. Okay. Um. So one thing when it came to the Konpeki Plaza was like probably the first thing I decided like wasn't going to be part of the memoir, because basically like I guess it kind of gives away how the something about how the story ends, but like watching my let's play would also give away how the story ends, or at least roughly how the story ends, or how it doesn't end anyway. But yeah, like it would make no sense that we actually talk about what happens in Kentucky. Well, we don't give any. We talk about what happens in Kentucky Plaza in the story, but we don't really talk about what we saw happen in Kentucky Plaza because we can't really prove what we saw. So, and because of that, and because it involves a powerful corporation, we just kind of skip over all of that. And I actually had to keep mindful every time because it's such a big part of the plot, um, that we have to kind of I had to keep mindful of it every time I'm adapting sections of the game that refer to it, to be like, okay, no, we can't talk about that. We can't ixnay on Yorinobu murdering his father, because that's something he allegedly did. That we allegedly witnessed with our own eyes. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this bridge in terms of like bringing it up to OSHA standards. I'm not sure if I'm really wanting to build anything. I'm just wanting to play a kind of chillish game. I just realized this map is just hovering in space. Huh. Um. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I have a hard enough time multitasking normally, and now I'm just. But basically, yeah, the reason why we can't talk about Phantom Liberty too much within the context of this is a very similar thing to why we can't talk about Yorinobu allegedly um murdering his own father, because there are powerful players at work that would bring us to harm either legally or bodily should we mention anything about the events that took place. And while we can skirt around what Yorinobu may or may not have done. Um, we really can't do the same with Phantom Liberty because like the whole thing at the Black Wall and Songbird and so on are very intrinsically um, connected with the events that take place. Are just very much attached to extremely classified information. So the idea that I posited for that was that basically we're holding on to that information as effectively a form of blackmail to keep ourselves from being prosecuted in any way for what we actually did, which is I'm not sure we can go into spoilers for like the chapters referring to it are already out, but in case you haven't read it, um, memoir of a rocker girl V on Archive of Our Own. I finished writing it more or less. There may be a few edits I'm gonna and additions I'm gonna be making before I'm also still working on a potential like appendix kind of situation. Um, I'm just gonna kind of wander. Our that's like the best way for me to actually talk about things. Um, the other problem with Phantom Liberty, beyond just kind of the uh, narrative reasons why it's not being covered, which is great, um, is that there is no transcript. There's a transcript of most of like the main plot lines uh, of the main game out there, so I could just kind of draw from that when I need to just do some copy pasta, and occasionally we'll go like, okay, well, she'd say something different here, or she'd do something different there. Um, uh, I also really need to work on like I might have to do like an off stream, like off camera or something. I don't know. Like I really want to refine Whimsy's voice a lot, but like whenever I do a live stream, it I just default to the nasal affectation by itself, but trying to make it sound necessarily that more feminine or whatever kind of. Like I need to coach myself more. Maybe I don't know. Like I'll put in a lot of practice and they'll just default back to this again. Like cause Where is the green mode? Well, is it down? I think it's downstairs. I'm pretty sure it's downstairs. Just wanted to show up the redstone stuff, I guess. Um. So anyway, I mean, I could just research like existing Let's Plays, but I also like I yeah, I like now that I finished it, I'm kind of in the mood to play more Cyberpunk again, even though like I okay, we're descending into the darkness. There we go, that will work. Not sure why I didn't like this part better. Huh. I'm debating between going straight to Phantom Liberty, which will require me to update all the mods because yeah, it's been a little while. And also afterwards, I'm not quite sure. Like, there's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Still haven't like I done more than the one installment on that. Like, I decided to just go ahead and um finish the fanfic. Just focus on that. And now that I've finished it, I still have Phantom Liberty I want to do. I have a few ideas on how events might still go differently. Like I think the interactions of Songbird will play out a little different. Um, like just because obviously the Rocket Girl V is going, which we call Viv, because like her actual name is different. Um, um, that's like the. I wonder if I should like. I'm just getting entranced to play my own work here. Um, I mean, this might not have been the best game to pick. Although I'm not sure if any game would be good to pick. I don't know what I do for like just like a casual. What the heck is that? I guess there is a body of water there. Um, yeah, okay. We'll just like, I can't do a proper role play, at least to the extent that I did the main game, because there's no voice replacer that just makes me silent. So it'll be more of a just like me kind of contemplating what she say differently, rather than it'll be a little different from the main game. The matter of whether or not I want to prioritize finishing up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or that. Also, again, like the future of a channel, like I don't think I'm gonna be writing fan fiction as like the main thing, but I want to try and focus on more just creative endeavors in general. I don't know. Also, one major project I want to try and actually get into is is finally just making my Whimsy follower for Skyrim. And a major thing I'm planning on is actually doing another potentially final Whimsy playthrough. Um, because the final version of the Serana dialogue expanded thing is or near final, or final major update to it, um, is going to be happening sometime early next year, and a part of it, if all goes well, will be adding some custom conversations for Whimsy, and I'm currently in the process of brainstorming. Because I just went ahead and went all in $150 on for my one of my tax returns to I'm gonna have to discuss with Martimus just how ambitious we can make it. Now, one of these days, I do want to like have this be like a proper Minecraft server or realm or something. Because I mean, like, look at this. Look at all this empty space. Like, there ain't no way I'm gonna like fill that space with. There's no way I'm gonna fill this with enough stuff, but it's like fill the whole thing. Anyway, and Lotus Prince has finally started his Let's Play of Chrono Trigger. So I commissioned him like 3 years ago, maybe. It's been a long time. So yeah, like I think there might be a degree to which this channel will go from kind of daily streams to just like maybe, I don't know, like the way my work schedule works. Like the best day is to like do like, it could have been like Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings, maybe. Like then I'd just be using my days off to like really um making those into like personal work days where I'm not streaming, I'm just doing my own creative shit. And I don't know, like because I've been spending like the past like 7 years just trying to grind away at making this channel work, and it hasn't really amounted to much. Okay, hearing weird noises. And it's not my cat, so no idea what that could be. I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, this is really weirding me out. Like someone's just walking around or doing some weird stuff upstairs. I don't know. It would be like kind of my hope that maybe like my fan fiction stuff would help draw people in from other sources too, because I mean like that's like my biggest hurdle here with getting this thing going. It is establishing and maintaining an audience that is engaged and you know doing chat room stuff up there, and I can talk to them. And well, beyond that, like my problem is actually talking to them when they actually pop in. Like my autistic nature just is like I don't know how to talk to people a whole lot. Like just say everyone popping in and saying hi, I guess I say hi back. Granted, for the role play, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing there either, because I don't think it's like for a live stream anyway. I don't think it's gonna be like sufficient to just not engage with the chat at all and just be fully immersed in the role play because yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I mean, I could just do it as a machinima by itself. Um, maybe even incorporate the VTube stuff in a way. Um, I just don't know exactly how or to what extent. Like here, like we have a good layout here. We have the game, we have the chat, we have some like miscellaneous little bits and bobs here and there. Um, as if it's just me in the game, then I don't know. I'm also considering the possibility of doing an AMA about the fanfic. I just don't know how much demand there will be for that. It's actually gotten a lot more views than my YouTube videos have. Like, any more views than my YouTube videos have had combined over the course of a year, which is kind of sad. I don't really have a lot to say today, actually. Like, just thinking of changing the approach I take to this channel is really kind of all. But you know, the problem is, it might change a little bit because I might. There's supposed to be like mine carts here, aren't there? Isn't there? I don't know if they disappeared or if they just were never here or what, or if I just didn't copy when I moved it from whatever Minecraft world I had it in originally to here. There's some fish in there. Can't see them as well with the lighting. Yeah, like when there's a major game release or something, or just something I'm really excited about doing, maybe I will do an everyday stream. Um, yeah, I just might be quite as much consistency of how I stream from here out. Like if a channel like really takes off or something, then maybe I'll just be like, okay, yeah. So when I really start like properly enjoying it and having like people who like engage with regularly, then I look forward to speaking with and hanging out with and streaming. Then like, hey, cool. But like right now, I'm just kind of all by my lonesome, and when I have other things I'd rather be doing with my time, maybe I should just go and do the things I'd rather be doing with my time. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much else I can say. I'll just end the stream here. Like no one's coming tuning in, so or at least no one's tuning in who's willing to engage in the chat. So that's a bunch of map stuff. Okay, cool. Obviously. End this by setting off some fireworks or something. Were these slow map before? I don't think they were. Oh, there we go. The door. Had the band come out. turn the branch. Let's just turn all the lights on. Okay, and then okay. Turn on the fireworks display or great. We're just stuck here. Oh, okay. The actual textures for the fireworks won't load. So that's interesting. Also, they're not really shooting up as high as they maybe should. Okay, well, that was kind of fun. Guess for anyone who hasn't seen one of my Minecraft streams before, shouldn't there be a gate here though? Here's what the redstone looks like behind here. It's like kind of relatively simple. I mean, as far as redstone contraptions are concerned. Is that basically there's a clock, which I think is actually downstairs. So if you know how to make a clock, basically, um, there's just different stages of repeaters set to different ticks. So as the pulse comes through, it starts one so that 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and then it makes the pulse go up, and then this one goes down by starting 1, 2, 3, 4. Have like the ceiling lights here, just sending out a pulse across. I think at one point I actually did have a wired version of this set up in one of my worlds. This is obviously more of a wireless setup with command blocks. This is how the lights in the front go. Yeah, basically the command blockers are set to make a redstone block appear here when it's off. I think. It's been a while since I've been here and tried to explain anything. Um, okay, well, maybe Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth stream tomorrow. Are we? That's. I don't need to do that because I just go. Okay, here we go. Ah. So there's a bunch of things you can do. That'll take a few seconds of your time with those other things that are a little more involved. But of course, all of that's completely up to you. And regardless, I thank you very much for watching, and until next time, uh, peace. There we go. That's close enough. That doesn't really work. Okay, whatever. Bye now.